Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope from Pizzazz, and we are back with more gift tag painting. We have been doing a lot of gift tag painting lately because we've got a workshop coming up that we want to tell you about. And so we're giving you little sneak peeks. We're kind of getting your appetite wet for how much fun it is just to create and create and create fun angel gift tags. All right. So yesterday, if you joined us, we did these pretty ones. They're very neutral. Very pretty. We add that shimmer in the wings. Today, we're gonna just do one because it takes a little bit more time. This is it. All right, so we're gonna do this gift tag, and these are just y'all so fun to add to a gift. You can have a plain white paper bag, a craft brown paper bag, in any plain bag. Put this on it, and it's instantly elevated. Any gift wrapping, you may have seen how we took craft paper and did our lettering to make our own gift wrap. You take that. I'm trying to look to see if I've got a sample. I don't. It's okay. But you take that and you add this hand painted gift tag on there. On the back, you put little words of encouragement, who it's to, who it's from, all the things, and it's just a special touch this holiday season. And they don't take long, so they're really fun to do. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to get to doing this. If you want more, if you want a deeper dive into hand lettering, doing more of the angel gift tags, doing these, y'all be sure to sign up for our workshop. It's free. It's completely free. You sign up so that you get the supply list and the traceables, the hand lettering traceables and practice sheets if you want it. So you just go to angelgifttags.com for that. All right. So let me take myself out of the picture, lower this down. I know I got a messy desk, messy, but that's all right. I'm sure I am not alone in that. Okay, so I'm going to try to do all the things, get this as close as possible so that you can really see what we are creating. All right, these that you see kind of over here is what we are doing in the Angel Workshop next week. But this is just a piece of watercolor paper, okay? We cut the watercolor paper down to about 3 by 5. We punched a hole in it, and then we have, in the scrapbook section, you can get those little corner rounders, and then we rounded the corners, okay? So that's what we did here. Today, I'm just going to be on this small sheet of paper and walking you through how to do this. So I've got a pencil that I'm going to use. Let me see. I'll use this pencil. I've got my Koi set of watercolors. Any watercolors will do. I've got the Koi travel set. And I've got this is the Tombow Funosuke for the lettering, the Believe, and then just a regular pen just for a little bit of line work. All right, so that's what we got. Let's get rolling. Now, I did use a cup. Like, I had a punch cup, like just one of those clear little cups that I had at the time, and I turned it upside down and I used that to trace this circle. I don't know where that thing is at this point, so we're just going to draw it. That was something I had at the moment, because that's what I do. I look around, think, what is there that I can use right now? But if there's not anything, I'm gonna just kind of draw it like this. It's going off the edges, and that's A-okay. All right. Now I'm going to press down a little bit harder than what I would normally do, just so you can see it better. Okay. If you're doing this on your watercolor paper, I would not suggest pressing down too terribly hard. Just going to put all these around for inspiration because they're just beautiful. All right. I'm going to actually move this so that you can see a little bit better. All right, so if you joined us yesterday when we did these angels, this is the same format, okay? So I really don't feel the need to draw it. Remember, yesterday I did not draw these, I just painted it. The only thing that I'm going to draw out with my pencil is my lettering, just to have a kind of a guideline, okay? So let's go ahead and just draw out that lettering. We're doing Believe, so we're going to start with B. I'm going to do one stroke at a time. Do the loop. Coming in. I'm already thinking like the L and the I need to be in the middle, okay? Because of the amount of letters. We have like 1, 2 here, one, two in the middle. Well, actually, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so that means three on the right side, three on the left side. So really, I guess that eye should be about in the middle, but because of the big loop of the B, it's probably going to be a little to the right of the middle. But here's my B, E, kind of thinking about where you want that eye to be as you get going is helpful. L and I. So I'm kind of thinking, is this in the middle? Yep, it is. We're on track. E, B, and E. I kind of want to redo that L just a bit. This is why we do it in pencil first. You get it, get it like you like it when you are doing pencil first. Okay. All right, and I think I can just dive in with paint next. All right, I am going to use a blow dryer in some places just to speed up my dry time process. Trying to find my other, what might just be this. Okay, so first up, let's go ahead and do what we did yesterday. We started with our, just a little circle shape for the head. Okay. Next up, we're going to do that triangle for the body. Hey, Melissa and Beth and Lauren, glad you're all on here this morning. Barbara says there are so many possibilities. These angels are super cute. Yes, like that is one of the things that I mean, once you get going, the possibilities are endless. Like you just go and go and go. Melissa says, loving all the gift tag ideas. I am like when I showed y'all, I think I've showed y'all this multiple times. We loved them too. We went crazy town with so many different ideas. So just start creating and you will be all set for the holidays. All right, so now I'm going to go with this kind of a greeny color. This is just a repeat of what we did yesterday. We're just adding a little extra. We're adding lettering, adding lines. There are so many possibilities. Can do our little triangle-y shape. And then loosely filling it in. Hey, Sheila. Glad y'all are here. Y'all feel free to share this with anybody that wants a little idea for some fun gift tags. These are fun, like I said, for your own self, or I have seen people selling these. A lot of people would love to have a hand painted gift tag, but don't want to take the time to do it. Whereas other people like us, we're like, oh, like I can do this while I'm watching TV. I got time to do this and help people out. So do them for yourself, do them to sell, do them for gifts, however you like. All right, so we've got the body on, and now I'm going to use this kind of yellow ochre color. I guess this will be a little bit different from yesterday, but not a lot. So we're going to start here, and then I'm going to just kind of, just make them a little bit smaller. And I think this is a little different in that they're a little bit more pronounced wings here than these. These kind of faded off on the edge, whereas this will be a little more pronounced there. And they're not quite as wide of a span. Terry says, I'm going to make them as bookmarks for my Sunday school class. I love that. I love the things that we teach. Like there's so many different formats you can do it on. So yes, like this is great for a gift tag or a bookmark or a painting. Or a card, the front of a card. So many different ways to take these things that we teach and apply it to so many different surfaces. Speaking of lots of surfaces, you may have seen our angel workshop. Yes, we have the gift tag workshop, which is going to be awesome. That's next week and that's free. And then after that, we have got our annual Angels Among Us workshop where we're going to be showing you some textured angels, and that's going to be on multiple surfaces too. That's going to be on canvas, on a journal, on ornaments. They're going to be really pretty there as well. So we have lots of fun angel stuff coming up for you. Be sure to get signed up for all the things. Okay, right here, I'm just kind of going back in with a little less water on my brush so that it's a little more defined. Just a little bit more. Do you see how by going back on top, now that the first layer is a little bit dry, this second layer just shows up a little darker. Okay, while I've got this color, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good little oval up here for the halo. Now, the gown part is dry, so I'm going to come back in with the green just a little bit on my brush. Notice I've got a very small brush and just going to little like layers on top. And again, look at this green. It looks as if it's a completely different shade. It looks like a completely darker shade. It's the exact same color, but because we let that first bit dry, it's a darker version of it now. So, all right. Gonna keep playing with this and keep layering those colors. I'll go back to the wings once again with the yellow ochre. Now I could mix this yellow ochre with brown if I wanted to. And we'll see. If this doesn't get as dark as I want, I may do that. Just to have some definition here. So if you're mixing watercolor, one of the reasons you see like all my palette looks so messy is because I do mix colors a lot. I'm just gonna come down, I'm gonna pull some of the yellow with some of this brown. I am going to buy a new palette, probably not buy a new palette. I'll probably just clean this up for the workshop so that you can see what I'm doing. Because whenever there's all these colors, it's hard to even see what I'm doing. So right here, I mix the yellow and the brown. And we're just going to pull just a little bit. Oh, it's a little too much water on that brush. I'm going to tap this on the paper towel over here. Now I'm also going to use my pen at the end to add definition. But I want my color to have some contrast as well. That's why I wanted to put some of this dark in there. I don't want everything to be dark. I want there to be some darks and some lights. Do y'all hear Henry in the other room? I don't know if y'all can hear him or not. He's in there just making some noise. Him and Nolan. All right. So I think this is good for now. I really do. So I think this is good. Now I'm going to add my stripes. Now let's see. To get this color, I'll say that this is watercolor paper underneath this. So I'm just going to test some colors. I'm going to go kind of, let's see, with my navy. Pull it over here. And this is almost like a dirty navy. So anytime you want to dirty up a color, you add its complement. So the complementary color to blue is orange. So I'm just going to see how this goes. I'm going to pull some of this orange right here, adding water to it. And cleaning that brush, getting a little bit more water. Cleaning my brush. Now getting some more blue. Cleaning my brush. I'm just trying to make a good amount so that I don't have to keep coming back. I like that. Okay. So there's my orange and blue, and I like the color it made. So first up, right here in the middle, I'm going to, you know what? I should let her first. Yeah. I'm going to let her first. I could do it. Well, no, I'll just go ahead and do it like this. It doesn't matter. The only reason it would matter is if your pen is not waterproof. My pen is waterproof, but I'm just going to go ahead and get it, paint first and then dry it and then come back. So here's the middle. So I'll do just kind of a stripe like this in the middle. I'm going to mix again some blue and some orange. Now I'm going to go on the very edges over here. Ooh, that got a yucky color. Hang tight. Okay, there we go. Going on my edges. This is my little hack for not measuring things here. We're going to go in the middle, then we're going to go on the edges, and then we're going to look at what looks like it's in the middle of these two. All right. And then get this same color, and I'm just going to kind of split the difference. You see, so like I see there's line here and here. I'm going to go right in the middle. Needs a little bit more paint. This is the only downside of mixing your colors is you got to keep on mixing to make sure you got enough. Just kind of eyeballing it, trying to make it in between the other two blues and kind of trying to make sure that the white is about the same amount of white, the thickness, as the stripes. We're not going for an exactness. If I tried to measure this out, for me personally, it would take the joy away. If I had to measure and be exact, I would not be having fun with this. I just want to eyeball it and have fun. All right, so I think this has pretty much got it as far as the painting goes. So now I'm going to hit it with a, let me look around. Let me plug this up. I've got this good little heat gun that was gifted to me by one of y'all. I very much appreciate it. It's quiet and it will dry this, and then we can put in our pen work, and then we'll be done. A lot of times this fun little heat gun gets taken to the other room here at the studio. The other girls use it, but I've reclaimed it back. It's a good little tool to have on hand because probably all of us are impatient. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to grab first, let's see, I will do my lettering pen. So you don't have to use a Tombow Fudenosuke, but it's just a small, one thing I do like about it is you can do skinny lines and you can do fatter lines. Okay, so it gives you that kind of faux calligraphy. And we go over that a lot more inside of our lettering club. We'll go over it a little bit more inside of the Angel Gift Tag workshop. As you can see, we are doing that kind of calligraphy style on the bottom there. But this will just be a quick little, you'll get to see it in action. So I'm tracing the pencil that I did earlier. I'm doing this because it's all dry. I would not be doing this if it was still wet. It would mess the pen up. And earlier I said that you could do this before or later, like after, and that is true as long as your pen is waterproof, okay? If you have a pen that when you add water to it, it starts to bleed and turn gray and all the things, well, in that case, do not do it beforehand. Wait till everything's dry and then come back in and add your lettering. And if you're like, I don't know if it's waterproof or not, all you gotta do is test it. Okay, so how do you test it? You take a piece of watercolor paper, you scribble, like you just see, I just scribbled there on it. You take your brush, you go over it. If it doesn't budge, it's waterproof. Okay, if it does budge, then it is not waterproof. If it starts to turn to gray. So that's how you can tell. And that's a helpful tip. I know it's kind of a common sense tip, but it's helpful because a lot of pens are just not advertised as waterproof or not. And so you just have to figure it out. And sometimes they say water resistant. And then when you go to paint on them, you're like, oh, that is not the same. So, all right. Somebody says, what brand? A heat gun is that? This is a Ranger heated craft tool is what it is called. And it's just quiet and quick. Now, I'm going to also use this pen just to kind of outline my circle. A lot of times I will just be kind of a quick with the outline. And what I mean by that, like there's something about going semi-quick that makes your lines a little bit smoother. Okay. Sometimes when we try to go slow, it makes it shaky. Okay, I'm going to pull this down even just a little bit more on these last few little bits because we're doing some line work. Leslie says, love the heat gun. I had to purchase after your recommendation. Now my husband doesn't even have to pause the TV every time I need to drive my work. It's that quiet. Yes, it really is. It's very good for the sound for sure. All right, so now any small pen will do. I just picked this up. I have not ever tested to see if this one was waterproof or not, but look, we'll just see it real quick. It doesn't matter because I'm not putting water on top of it, but for the most part, it is. Okay. And I don't think that this is a Pentel RSVP. I don't think this was advertised necessarily as waterproof, but as we can see, it is. All right, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of line work. I'm doing a little bit of outline here, not a perfect outline, just a little bit of scribbles. A little micron pen would be really good here. If you have micron pens, we have so many different pens laying around the studio. You never know which one I'm going to grab. Just little squiggly lines here, just for definition, just a little bit of definition. And again, this does not need to be a waterproof pen because we're doing it on top of everything. The only reason it would need to be waterproof is if you were doing this first and then painting the water on top. Then we'll do a little curve, 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 just for a little extra embellishment. You just jump over, if it comes to a letter, you just jump over it. All right, and there we have it, y'all. There we have super cute little gift tag. I'm gonna pull this up. If y'all have been joining us, y'all know we have lots of other ideas. So check everything out and be sure like I said, we would love for y'all to be with us during our 2-night workshop of our Jolly Angels. We are using watercolor and that lettering pen and gold pen, and it's just fun. When you sign up, you get the traceables for this. Okay, so you get the lettering practice. There's another one somewhere. Here it is. Jolly. The Holly Jolly. You get the lettering traceables, the supply list, all of that stuff. So just go to angelgifttags.com and sign up for that. We'll be teaching it live next week. So this kind of got a little crazy. If y'all are creating with us, we would love for you to show us. We like to see what you do. And if you know somebody that would love to just paint this, share the video. We always love that too. All right, y'all. That is it for now. I will see y'all later. See ya. See ya.